Rakesh Junjunwala is one of the largest, if not the largest, equity investor in the country. Investors track his holdings to try and gauge a stock or the mood, and he was particularly active in the last quarter, hiking and reducing stakes in some of his key holdings. Yatin Mota is here to take us through the details. Yatin, what did Rakesh do? What did some of the others do?
Good morning, Neeraj, and we have tried to compile the data which is available on the stock exchanges, and most of the companies that we are discussing have uploaded the recent December shareholding pattern, and we'll talk about the holdings of the HNI investors, including that of Rakesh Junjunwala, who is probably one of the largest investors by size or the reported holdings. Now, if you talk about the stake hikes which have happened in the marketplace, Federal Bank, of course, the bar chart is small, but he has almost doubled his holding as far as Federal Bank is concerned, and this comes in after the company was struggling with the bad debt relating to the Kerala floods. Probably the stock corrected, and he used that opportunity to hike up his stake. Nagarjuna Construction Company, NCC, that is also one stock wherein Rakesh Junjunwala has increased his holding by nearly a percentage point as per the reported holdings on the stock exchanges. Jubilant Life, remember they want to list their US arm, and they have been looking at an IPO opportunity. There is also where Rakesh Junjunwala has increased his stake by a couple of basis points. Aptech, and remember he is the promoter of Aptech, and there also he has increased his stake by nearly 20 basis points from 49.3% in September quarter. The December quarter filing shows that the promoter now hold nearly 49.5% stake. What's the scorecard as far as these holdings are concerned? And if you look at Federal Bank, it has been one of the best performing stock on a 3-month basis in the private banking space, 12% return coming in. Of course, if you look at the 12-month return, because of the Kerala flood, we have seen a sharp gash coming in for the stock performance. Coming to NCC, again, if you look at the quarterly performance, basically, which is September to December, largely the 3-month data captures that, a 26% jump, and this is the period wherein Rakesh Junjunwala has upped his stake. Coming to the other one, which is Jubilant Life, again, if you look at the 12-month return, it has almost been 12.5% versus the 12-month return, which is minus 17.62%. So the quarter where Rakesh Junjunwala has hiked his stake, we have seen some good returns coming in for the stock prices. And Aptech, look at the stock, has corrected from levels of 300 plus, but in the 3 months return period wherein Rakesh Junjunwala has upped his stake marginally, of course, we have seen uptick of nearly 28.5%. Coming to the stake wherein portfolio changes are on the negative side, which is wherein he has trimmed his stake, and the list tops with Diwan Housing Finance. And we have seen in the NBFC space there have been pain points, especially with Diwan Housing, which is the worst hit or the worst performing stock in the NBFC space. There is where Rakesh Junjunwala has trimmed his stake by nearly to a level of 2.5% from the earlier level of 3.2%. Coming to Rallis, this is a Tata Group company. Again, here Rakesh has cut his stake marginally. Titan, and this stock is one of the largest holding of Rakesh Junjunwala in his portfolio. Therein also he has cut in a marginal stake of 0.04%. Of course, it is quite marginal, but it amounts to a couple of lakh shares, which is Titan sold in the December quarter ending. And Lupin also, again, this is one of his key holdings wherein he has marginally cut his stake. Let's see the price performance really for all of these companies wherein Rakesh has cut his stake. And if you look at the 6-month, 9-month, 12-month return, it is all a double-digit decline coming in for Diwan Housing. So clearly under pressure. Rallis, and look at the chart, entirely red. 12-month performance minus 33%, and clearly that is not auguring well for the stock price. Titan, of course, that is one large cap which is holding well, 26.5% kind of a return that we saw in the December quarter period. And Lupin again has been flattish, 3-month return almost 2%, wherein the period wherein Rakesh Junjunwala has trimmed his stake. And this is largely what Rakesh Junjunwala has done as far as his portfolio changes are concerned.
What about
Titan
the others,
and Lupin, key stocks wherein stakes has been cut.
What about the others? Because Rakesh is one, but Vijay Kedia, Dolly Khanna, Ashish Kacholia, I see the image there. Yeah. What have they done? Well,
Neeraj, if you look at all of these marquee investors, and starting with Dolly Khanna, he has been not that active in the mid-cap space, but these are the few stocks wherein he has hiked the stake. So that is Muthoot Capital, NOSIL, Radico Khaitan, and Rajasthan Spinning Weaving Mill. That is something wherein he has increased the stake marginally. Of course, value-wise, it will not be as high as what he was doing earlier with companies like Rain Industries and JK Paper. So these are the few companies wherein he has hiked his stake. Coming to the companies wherein he has cut his stake, Rain is one stock which has corrected significantly. Investors are worried, but so is Dolly Khanna. He has cut the stake. His family has cut his stake by nearly 20 basis points. Manappuram Finance also is one of these key holdings, holding of nearly 1%. There also is cut his stake marginally. Coming to the portfolio of Ashish Kacholia again, we have companies like V2 Retail, where he has almost doubled his stake. Mastech, another IT company in the mid-cap space, along with KPIT Technologies, is wherein he has increased his bet on a sequential basis. And NOSIL also is one of his favorite counters, wherein the stake has been increased marginally by almost 10-11 basis points. Coming to the stocks wherein Ashish Kacholia has reduced his stake is KEI Industries. Stake has been cut significantly, almost by a percentage point. And Vaibhav Global, remember, this is one stock wherein Vijay Kedia as well as Malabar investment funds have their investments. There is where Ashish Kacholia has marginally trimmed his stake. And finally, coming to Vijay Kedia's portfolio, two companies which have reported their holdings so far. Innovator Facade Systems. This is a SME, remember, so don't get carried away by the data coming in, wherein he has increased the stake by 0.5% in the December quarter. And Vaibhav Global, Ashish Kacholia has sold his stake. However, Malabar Investment Fund as well as Vijay Kedia both have increased the stake marginally by 15-20 basis points.